Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we are given a direct proportional question where P is directly proportional to Q cube. Let's look at part A first, alright? Well, for part A, they give us two values of P and Q. They give us the values of P and Q, and this will allow us to find the value of K. Should we go with the first approach? And once we have the equation connecting P and Q, we can then proceed to find P when Q equals to 1 over 6. Okay, so the very first thing is to apply the right equation. So in this case, P is directly proportional to Q cube, which means P equals to K, which is a fixed number, a constant, multiplied by Q cube. And since we are given these two sets of value, we can then substitute into this general equation to find the value of K. And then continue to simplify, in this case, multiplied by 27 on both sides. That will lead us to K equals to 54. And so I've successfully found the equation that connects P and Q. And once I have this, it's pretty straightforward for us to find the value of P when Q is 1 over 6. Substitute in, you get 1/4. Now, before we move on to part B, I wish to share a second method that we don't have to find the value of K. This method builds on the fact that K is a constant. So, I shall draw your attention to here. Alright? So let's stay focused on here. Alternatively, given this, P equals to KQ cube, given this, right? Then, Mr. Tan is going to find what is K. K is actually P divided by Q cube. And remember, K is fixed. That means for each set of values of P and Q, and when I use P divided by Q cube, it will always return us this value of K. And this value of K is a constant, means it's fixed. Which means that if I have two sets of value, this particular approach will then allow us to find the value of P when Q is 1 over 6. Okay? Because P divided by Q cube is always the same for any sets of value of P and Q. So for 2 and 1/3, some value of P and 1 over 6. And once I do this, it forms this equation which I can then multiply 1 over 6 cube on both sides to get us 1/4. Okay, so this one I will just have the multiply by 1 over 6 cube on both sides so that here can divide off. Okay, and that will give us the same answer, 1 over 4. Alright, so these are the two possible ways of solving this particular part A. Now for part B though, a change in Q produces a change in P. And let's see what that leads us to. I will definitely need this. And the OP equals to K times Q cube. Why Mr. Tan used the word O? Because now they expect us to know what will happen to this P when the value of Q is multiplied by half. So when Q changes, P changes. That's why there's a new P, new value of P. And the Q, instead of writing Q, the P is now multiplied by half. And therefore, if I continue to solve for this, 1 over 2 cube is 1 over 8, Q cube is Q cube. And I'm going to rearrange this. You can then see that it will eventually lead us to 1 over 8 times K times Q cube. And this KQ cube is in fact our OP. And from here, we can then deduce that how does P changes? P changes by this factor M. What could this factor M be? Yes, it's 1 over 8. With that, we have come to the end of this video. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.